Hey everyone, in this wine tasting video I'm going to be doing a review on one of my favorite wineries, Old York Cellars 2016 Syrah. And for those of my winos out there and wine connoisseurs, you would know a Syrah as for its amazing, vibrant, mystical, purpley color. Most wines that are red are like a cooler red or a burgundy color or a deep red, and there's a whole spectrum to that. But a Syrah is a little bit different because it's a deep, deep, deep violet-y purple color. It's not the traditional red and the bright red like other wines. So Syrahs also tend to be a little bit more moderate on the tannins in them. They also tend to have more of a fruity aroma to maybe a slight smoky aroma. And when you taste it, they tend to have notes of smoke to them. And if you age them, they could have other notes that are added, such as a wild game taste or a additional potentially smokier taste. But they also tend to be very fruity, and they tend to be roughly medium body depending where you get it. So Old York, before I even read what type it is, I'm going to do a full-on blind taste with this. So I have my Old York glass and I have my wine. I'm just going to pour this out for you guys. Color is phenomenal. It's definitely a nice purple. Doesn't really look all that red. If you can see, it's a very deep violet. Almost looks mystical. You give it a little twirl, leaves a nice little trace behind. It has a very floral scent to it. I did get some notes of smokiness. I smell kind of like a pepper smell. It smells like black pepper. It also smells slightly floral, like a black currant. And so it definitely has an interesting note to it. So let's see the taste. Very slight tannins in there. You know they're there, but they're not like overpowering. They don't feel, what's the word for it? Like astringent. It feels very mellow, very fine, which is interesting for a Syrah. And it's definitely dry, but it's got more of a medium body. It's not very dry like a Malbec, but it is moderately dry. I taste floral, fruity notes. I taste currant. I taste a little bit of pepper. Kind of a smokier taste. Very deep wine. I like the flavor. Personally myself, I'm more of a Cabernet kind of guy. But this is definitely a really good wine. It's different because Old York Cellars tends to do very interesting flavors and very creative ones. So this wine definitely is a little bit different than the Syrahs I've tasted in the past. Not bad though. So let's see what it says. It says Syrah, American wine, medium-bodied Syrah with dark red fruit notes and a hint of spice. I tasted that with more so of like a currant. It's got a currant flavor to it, which is a dark red fruit. And the hint of spice that I got personally was a pepper. You may get more of like a nutmeg taste, but I definitely taste pepper. And it had a when I smelled it for like the barrel, it had a slight truffle smell to it, like a black truffle. Very slight, not bad. I have a feeling that if I were to age this bottle more, with additional aging, the truffle flavor would develop really nicely. This would pair really good with like a mushroom dish, a pasta dish, or Italian home cooking. It also goes really well with traditional French food. So the Old York Cellars Syrah 2016, great wine. So I will see you guys soon. Hit that subscribe button down below for more wine tasting videos. I got a little hiccup there.